Hello everyone, my name is Ife, aka Asante, and welcome to Ife's Golden Mic. I'm so excited. I'm on my way to, take care of some business, and I was like, well, let me hop on here real quick. Let me pull a little something real quick. And I wanted to talk about the S.P.O.T, the Student Place of Talent. So, the Student Place of Talent was an idea I had in high school. All right, story time. So it was the idea I had in high school. It was in business class with Miss Shelley, and it was the end of the semester project. So we all supposed to create a business from scratch, build it up, marketing plan, business plan, how we're gonna advertise. We did surveys and stuff like that, the whole 9 yards, right? So this idea was that, and I knew, so that was what, 2011? I ain't telling my age, but that was 2011. And so throughout the years, I've gradually started building the S.P.O.T to the point where I used to pick up high school students, take them to the library to fill out FAFSA, fill out college applications. We gave appliances for college students who were going away for school and staying in dorms. We helped move college students. We did a handful of great things when it came to students, right? I planned and host a concert for students by students. It was a no limit concert where it's the students showing off their talents and their skills and what they're good at. And through that process, if they felt like they were interested in doing it, then we practiced and we rehearsed and we sharpened that skill for them to be able to perform. That was really a great event for me. We had Will and Band there. We had someone paint while the poets recite. It was really great. I've done a team building congratulatory event with zip lining. It was about 40 people that came out for zip lining. It was the end of the year celebration for the graduate students coming back, and it was a send off for the graduates, for the students going back to school. So done that. The S.P.O.T has always been in works. Being able to have a 6-week program at the Boys and Girls Club of Aberdeen. Shout out to Mr. Burnham for giving me the opportunity. I've been able to host workshops within CUNY, middle school, high school in New York, and amongst other various things. So back in high school, my house, everyone used to, my friends and stuff, they used to come over and practice their dance moves. We would move the furniture out of the living room, and we would they would literally practice dancing for for the Baltimore shake-off contest. So they used to come practice all the time. Everybody knew to hang out at my house. If we was going to a party, we met up at my house, and then we all were together. It was the S.P.O.T. So when everyone was like, oh, I'm going to the S.P.O.T, well, my group of friends would say they're going to the S.P.O.T, it was my house. We was chilling at my house. My mother allowed me to have movie night every other weekend, where I invited everybody in the neighborhood, or everybody in the Oaks, 7 Oaks, shout out to 7 Oaks, everybody in Oaks, they can come over. We have movie night, we'll sit there, eat some pizza. It'll be a good time. And so I kind of took that with me. And so what fueled this is 7th grade, I was exposed to archery. Absolutely loved archery. Absolutely loved it. I would say 7th grade was probably the best year. And out of all my school years, 7th grade was the best year for me. Nothing has ever topped the 7th grade. So I was exposed to archery, and I loved it. I was real good at it too. And so that year, let's see, I was exposed to archery. I sold my first piece that my mother still has, actually. Like, it's like a little, I don't even know what you should call it, but my mother still has that piece that I sold in 7th grade. I made pottery. Pottery exposed me to pottery, and I still to this day love pottery. All my pieces in my house are the pieces that I have created. That was my first painting experience. Like, listen, 7th grade was really legit. So it stopped in 8th grade. All of that stopped in 8th grade. As soon as I got to 8th grade, it stopped. Just completely stopped. So it was like almost unfair. Like, we had swimming in 7th grade too. What? We had swimming in 7th grade. So to be exposed and join or excited about all those things, and then for it to be ended and then say we don't have no funds for it, or we can't do this, or we can't do that, it was heartbreaking. And so imagine if I continued on in archery. Could have been at the Olympics. Imagine if I continued on in arts. I could have been the world's best artist you've ever seen. It's so many possibilities that could have happened because of the exposure. And I want to shout out my mother for actually making sure that even though that stopped, she still continued to carry on arts. We still did art stuff at home. We still had projects at home. She saw I loved it. So for that exposure, to allow me to do every sport, try every sport. For some reason, I still always went back to track and field, but I tried every sport. I literally tried every single sport, and track and field wasn't it. Track and field even wasn't it, honestly. If you really want to talk about it, track and field wasn't even all that either. I was more so a great manager when it came to track and field, because I was a manager for Park and Rec in the high school. So, if you really want to talk about it, I was never the athlete, but I did love me some track and field, and I could help you get around that track. I'm a finish, right? But I'm a finish on my time. Talk about it. So, I want to be able, we the S.P.O.T will be able to allow students of all kinds to be exposed to new ventures, to new skills, to new things that the world may not allow us to have, to be, or may not be accessible. When it comes to sports, the S.P.O.T will host all the sports that's offered in the Olympics. Therefore, when you bring a student, or you yourself a student, come to the S.P.O.T, you'll be able to try archery, you'll be able to try fencing, you'll be able to try tennis, you'll be able to try all those sports that are not easily accessible, and see if you like it, see if you're good at it, see if you like all of this stuff is so important. Sorry, my bad. I'm trying to let you go. But all this stuff is so important. It really is important. On top of the knitting, the home ends, the workshops, the tutoring, the courses, everything. That is the point. That is where the S.P.O.T came from. That's where it stemmed from. That's what